Welcome to our news channel. Our news bulletin today features the latest breaking news with the following details.
On the morning of March the 27th, 2024, officers from several agencies in the state of Washington were alerted about a missing child. 4-year-old Ariel Garcia, his family, particularly his grandmother Maria, had grown increasingly concerned about his safety due to the recent erratic behavior of his mother, Janet Garcia. The last sighting of Ariel was with Janet earlier that morning. In her affidavit, Maria detailed Janet's escalating violent and unpredictable behavior. She worried deeply for her grandson's well-being. Maria shared that Janet had become violent, often leaving Ariel and his 7-year-old brother unsupervised, and even taking Ariel to bars where he was improperly dressed for the cold. Through investigative work, officers learned that Janet was last seen leaving her apartment at 7 a.m. as they worked to track her down. They received a call from an alcohol rehabilitation center 3 hours after the missing child report was filed. Officers from the Clark County Sheriff's Office arrived at the rehab center, where they found Janet and began questioning her about Ariel's whereabouts. Janet appeared calm but evasive. She told officers that her son had fallen that morning and that she had taken him to the doctor, but left before he could be seen. She claimed to have left Ariel with a longtime friend named Alyssa Bone, but she was unable to provide specific details about this friend or her location. Janet's story was riddled with inconsistencies. She mentioned her struggles with alcoholism and past drug use, explaining that she was at the rehab center to get clean again. However, her explanations about Ariel's injury, the friend she left him with, and how she traveled to the rehab center did not add up. Security footage later revealed that Janet had driven to the rehab center, parking her car at a nearby bar before walking over, contradicting her claim of taking the bus. Meanwhile, other officers were investigating Janet's apartment and the surrounding areas. They discovered that Maria had filed for legal guardianship of Ariel and his brother 2 days prior. Citing Janet's dangerous behavior and substance abuse, Maria had also secured an emergency guardianship order and a restraining order against Janet, prohibiting her from being within 100 feet of her children. As officers continued to question Janet at the station, they tried to piece together her timeline and verify her claims. They examined her phone records and called the number she provided for Alyssa Bone, but the number was linked to an unknown source in California, not Washington. Janet's erratic behavior and changing stories only deepened the officers' concerns. At the rehab center, officers spoke with staff and residents who knew Janet. They described her as having severe mental health issues and being disruptive during her previous stays. Janet's mother, Maria, had followed the rehab workers' advice, seeking legal and psychiatric help for Janet. Maria feared that without intervention, Janet might overdose or become involved in a dangerous incident. Officers also examined Janet's car, finding nothing significant inside. As they searched the rehab center and questioned more people, it became clear that Janet had not taken the bus and had been seen acting suspiciously earlier in the day. Back at the station, Janet continued to provide vague and conflicting information. She claimed that Ariel was with her friend, but couldn't give a precise location or reliable contact information. Her calm demeanor during the interrogation contrasted sharply with the gravity of the situation. The investigation into Ariel's disappearance was ongoing, with officers working tirelessly to locate him and ensure his safety. They planned to stay with Janet until they could verify her story and find Ariel, despite Janet's claims of knowing where her son was. The lack of concrete details and her inconsistent statements made it a challenging task for the officers involved. Throughout this ordeal, Janet's troubled history and current state of mind played a significant role in the investigation. Her inability to provide clear information and the numerous red flags raised by her behavior and past actions kept the officers on high alert. The priority remained to find Ariel and ensure he was safe from any potential harm.
What do you think about this issue? Please leave your comments below. If you enjoy content like this, please hit the subscribe button to support the channel and help it grow. Wishing you a wonderful life. Goodbye and see you next time.